no, yeah, sir, I understand. No, I understand that, sir. Yeah, no, no, sir. Rocky does know what he's. Yeah, Rocky's the best, Mac. I know. Yeah, but.
Junior, come in, Junior. You there?
What? What do you want?
Man, oh man, Junior, you should have seen that job. It was the worst, most disgusting...
Oh. It was the worst. It was disgusting. Boo-hoo-hoo. Sammy. Did you have a rough little service call?
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd want to work in a shop like that. You could get depressed just looking at the dispatcher. I feel sorry for those techs. They're already dealing with customers, mechanical problems, and who knows what else. And then they've got to deal with Junior when they call in. Whew. You see, as a dispatcher, you actually set the mood for your shop and influence the attitudes of your service techs, whether you want to or not. It's simply a fact of the job, and it has far-reaching implications. Have you ever heard the saying, "One bad apple spoils the barrel"? Well, that's what happens when a dispatcher is grouchy, depressed, or angry, or generally in a foul mood. The negative feelings are spread, often unintentionally, throughout the whole company and to all the job sites. If a tech calls in and is greeted by a snappy comeback or a bite of sarcasm, how do you think that might affect him? What do you think might happen? That's right. He might get a little edgy, and his mood might be reflected in how he treats customers. Now remember, this is almost always unintentional. After all, it's difficult to be objective about your own behavior, especially when emotions are involved. So, when you're moody and behaving badly to others, you may think you're acting in a perfectly acceptable manner. And that's exactly why it's so important that you make a conscious effort to remain upbeat. Make it showtime every time they come to work. Like a great entertainer, you should continually give your best effort, your best performance. You too are in the spotlight, and therefore cannot let your personal problems, frustrations, or anger show through. If you do, both your performance and your audience will suffer. If you allow your mood to drop or your attitude to become surly, you will be impacting everybody you work with, even if you don't intend to.
Okay, Rocky, just finished that last call and I'm on my way back.
What do you mean you're on the way back, all right? All right, get out there and make some money, all right? We got bills to pay. What are you doing?
Well, Rocky, you told me to come back in after that last call. Don't you remember? You ain't got no more calls for me today, so you asked me to help Trixie with...
No. Hey, if that's what I told you, then get out there and do it, all right?
Well, fine then.
I got all these damn bills to pay here. Ain't got any money coming in here, wasting my time dispatching techs.
As a dispatcher, your job is to help keep the techs' morale and motivation high. You've got to be a cheerleader for your team, because when problems crop up, techs may need a strong boost of positive energy to bolster them. If you haven't got it, where can they turn? In many cases, you're the tech's sole contact with the shop and therefore their only source of consolation and motivation. Sure, that's a lot of responsibility. But let's suppose a tech has just completed a job. It was in a terrible neighborhood. The dog tried to bite him. The clogged toilet was disgusting, and the customer yelled at him. Don't you think a comforting pat on the back and a quick pep talk might go a long way toward lifting his spirits and motivating him to do the next job?
And then after having somehow kept from tossing my lunch, she got a big problem with the price.
You're kidding. Why all of a sudden?
I don't know. She knew the flat rate before I did the work, and she authorized it. I couldn't believe it. Here I thought she was going to offer me a tip or something for having to put up with the smell.
Oh, man, I can just imagine what you had to go through. I got to hand it to you, Pete. I'm not sure I could have finished a job like that, let alone satisfy that kind of customer. Nice job. Way to go.
Remember, your techs are relying on you. If you know a tech is going into a tough situation, arm them with as much information as you can. Every detail you pass along will make it easier for them to satisfy their customers and provide the best possible customer service. Don't hold information from techs and then tease them about it later.
So now that I finally finished that job, I think I need about a week's vacation.
Sammy. What'd you think of that last customer there? She was just a little crazy or what, huh?
Hey, wait, you knew this. You knew and you didn't warn me? For Christ's sake, Rocky, why didn't you say something?
I'm sorry, Sammy. I wish I could have seen your face.
Though some dispatchers might consider this innocent ribbing, it can be damaging to both morale and trust. If you're bored, use that same energy and creativity to come up with games or contests that provide incentives for increased productivity and enhanced customer service. Well, that's all the time we have for this week's topic. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Have fun with this week's exercise, and I'll see you again to discuss another topic later on.